Good morning, everyone. My name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you like my videos, please press the like button. Please do subscribe. It's Sunday morning. I've just been out. I've taken Max out for a walk. It was very, very quiet. It was very, very pleasant. I just went out early, about 10 o'clock ish. Well, before 10, it was about 9:30. And Max and I had a pleasant walk by ourselves. It was very, very humid. Alexa, what's the humidity?
I didn't catch that. Please say that again.
Alexa, what is the humidity?
At the moment, the humidity is 89%.
So we're nearly in the 90s for humidity. I absolutely sweated. I felt very, very tired just walking around the field, and I got back into my flat and I had to do a ton of washing up. At the moment I'm hand washing my clothes because every time I get a washing machine, for some reason I go out, I come back and it's not working, and twice I've had floods all over my kitchens and hallway floors because I've come back from shopping and my washing machine is broken. So I'm hand washing at the moment. I did have a washing machine. So I've done a hand washing. I've washed up. Later on I'm going to cook my own lunch. I didn't take my phone out with me on purpose because I just wanted to walk around the field in peace. I have noticed a connection of when my mother rings the phone, there's trouble after the phone call. Hence why I am also going around taping when I go for walks outside, because people tend to not believe you until they see it for themselves. There are no police on the streets, there's no police on patrol, so you've got to defend yourself basically. People are stealing from shops and getting away with it because the shops call the police don't come out, right? It's everybody for themselves at the moment, it is. So I'm having to photograph and film every time I go outside because I'm sometimes afraid to walk on that field without a dog jumping all over me or trying to go for my dog. So that's what I'm doing. But it's been on the TV. There's no police on patrol. The police are all sat behind on desks dealing with 999 calls and everything else. So people are walking into shops and stealing, and the shop staff are frightened. They're frightened to deal with shoplifters because some of them are becoming violent. So let's go on to my mother's phone call. I've already gone out. So my mum called 25 minutes ago, and I've been out already.
Welcome to your EE voicemail. You have 3 new messages and 1 saved message. First new message. Received yesterday at 4:58. Message deleted. Next new message. Received yesterday at 8:47 p.m. Good evening. Message deleted. Next new message. Received today at 10:39 a.m. Good morning, Jeanette. First ring you a bit later this morning, but I didn't get up too late. I was very, very tired, and I am still very, very tired. But thinking of you, I love you. I do hope you're all right. You do it if you want to. I'll be going in your late today. Okay, Jeanette. Okay, sorry to ring you late today. It's not Sunday morning, but I actually got up a bit late because I was so tired. Okay, Jeanette. Bye for now. Thank you for listening. Bye.
It's the heat, it's the humidity in the United Kingdom. Here in Rochester at the moment, it's nearly 90. The humidity, and for an older person, obviously it's a lot worse. And children running around are going to get tired and worn out, and probably play parents up because they're hot. the state of the world is well, here in Great Britain is terrible. The cost of living is forcing families into destitution. They can't afford to feed their children. The only people that are okay are obviously people that are rich, the elite and the royals, who don't have to worry about where their next money is coming from or what food they're going to put into their mouth. They're served. They've got servants. They don't even have to walk out to their car. They've got security. I walked around that field last night and you just feel scared, you know, that there's no one to turn to, that you a woman or even a teenager outside has got to defend themselves. And if you get attacked by a gang because you're different, what fucking chance have you got? Just because you're different. You might be a different gender, different ethnicity. You might be just different. And you get attacked by a gang of people. What is a person on their own supposed to do when there's no police to turn to? What are you supposed to do? I pay for my shopping, even when I haven't got much money, which I haven't at the moment. I haven't been to the co-op. I haven't been out since Friday to a shop, and it's Sunday. I don't steal. Even though I know there's no police about, I don't go into a shop and steal. It's when your morals have gone. You know, when nobody's got any morals or they've got no conscience and they don't give a fuck. But I believe if you steal, something's going to happen where you'll get stolen from. So I don't steal things personally, because I've learnt the hard way. If I haven't got the money, I will ask somebody. I will ask somebody if I can borrow off them. If I can't, I go without. And I always make sure there's tin stuff in the cupboard. Tin stuff, powdered milk or, you know, long life milk, that when I do go without, I've got reserves in the cupboard or the fridge or somewhere. Right? So when I do a shop, I get a load of tin stuff, because I know, especially the last few days till the next shop can be quite like sparse and I haven't got much. But I'd never walk into a shop and steal and walk out, and I would never ever hit or harm a shop assistant. I don't know how it's resorted to that. Because people are seeing people like the royals showing off their flash clothing, their flash watches, their flash, getting into flash cars, and people that are poor they're just left to just survive, and that's what we're doing. The poor people are surviving, and some of us aren't. When you have to go into a shop and pinch things, then something's wrong. And the police are criminals. There's police in prison. That police that kidnapped that woman and killed her, you can't trust the police. I wouldn't have another policeman in my home after I found out what happened to that woman. Police, criminals, police in prison. It's all coming out since the Queen's passed on. It's all coming out how corrupt the police are. Corruption. Bent police officers not doing their job properly. Bent police officers harming people in prison cells, having sex with them, you know, hurting the mentally disabled because they can and have done. If you can't trust the police force, then who can you trust? The police swear on oath to serve and protect the public. And several police officers are in prison and they haven't done that at all, have they? So I'm going to do a crossword. I haven't done one for quite a while. Alexa, puzzler. Alexa, puzzler.
Good morning. Welcome back to Puzzler. Would you like to play your daily crossword or hear the high scores?
Daily crossword.
I'll hand over to Alexa for the first clue. Happy puzzling.
Horse-drawn cart used in the Wild West. 5 letters.
Alexa, wagon.
Great.
Unloading place for ships. First letter, W. It has 5 letters.
Alexa, wolf.
Incorrect.
Wolf is a wrong answer. By the way,
Alexa,
you
WHARF, wolf. Alexa, next clue.
Okay, we'll skip this clue.
fruit of a vine. First letter, G.
Alexa, grape.
Let's hear the next clue.
Change to suit the circumstances. Blank blank, a, blank blank. 5-letter word.
Alexa, clue.
Okay, here's a hint.
Blank blank, a, p, blank.
Right, Alexa, next clue.
Okay, we'll skip this clue.
Edible part of animals or fruit. Blank blank, e, blank blank. 5 letters.
Edible part of animals. Right, Alexa, next.
Okay, we'll skip this clue.
Nick, thin cut. First letter, N. It has 5 letters.
Nick, thin cut. Alexa, clue.
Here's a clue.
N, O, blank blank blank.
Alexa, next.
Okay, we'll skip this clue.
Change to suit the circumstances. Blank blank, a, p, blank. There are 5 letters.
Alexa, next.
Okay, we'll skip this clue.
Edible part of animals or fruit. Blank blank, e, blank blank. It has 5 letters.
Alexa, next.
Okay, we'll skip this clue.
Unloading place for ships. First letter, W. 5 letters.
Alexa, WHARF, wolf.
Marvelous. You're 50% complete.
Nick, thin cut. N, O, blank blank blank. There's 5 letters.
Alexa, next.
Okay, we'll skip this clue.
Change to suit the circumstances.
Alexa,
A,
adapt.
Nice one.
edible part of animals or fruit.
Alexa, flesh.
Right answer. Here's the final clue.
Nick, thin cut. N, O, T, blank,
Alexa,
H.
notch.
Crossword complete.
You did it in 3 minutes, 43 seconds. This was your 67th fastest time for daily crosswords.
Main menu. Would you like to hear the high scores, open shop, or exit game?
Exit game.
See you again soon.
Check out the highest rated voice games. Just say Open Yak Yak Games.
Right guys, so I'm in my flat. I'm going to obviously cook myself some lunch later on. It's really, really hot in here. It's like sweltering hot. It's the humidity. I'm just basically getting on with things and ignoring any distractions, which is working. I'm not getting cross. I've got my balloons to keep me going, and obviously I've got a lot of tidying up to do. I've just like chilled out for a couple of days. I miss my cat. It's obviously got me down, and I get depressed at times because I miss my cat. You know, I had her for a long time, so it's bound to make me feel a bit awful at times. I still do look out for Nikki. I go up the road, I go by the travel lodge, but she's not there. It's like she's disappeared off the face of the earth. It has been a very, very hot summer, so I can only assume she got overheated in the flat. She jumped out the window to get fresh air and ran off. Right, so guys, have a great Sunday, everybody. Let's have a listen to the radio. Alexa, LBC Radio.
LBC London from Global Player.
Share to 78900.
This is LBC with Paul Brand. Call 0345 6060 973. Tweet at LBC. Text 84850.
Good morning, it's Paul Brand here on LBC. The Chancellor's feeling chipper this morning. He says his plan is working. Is that how you feel, though? Is he completely out of touch with the way this nation is feeling right now? We're heading into the winter months. September is upon us. How are you feeling about the prospect of another cold winter? Can you afford to turn your heating on? How are you feeling about putting meals on the table? How did you cope during the summer holidays, for example, if you've got children? Is it going to be a relief for you that the kids are going back to school now and they'll be having free school meals? Have you struggled to put food on the table? Have you gone hungry because you can't afford to eat? If you want your children to eat, I mean, that's the reality, isn't it, that many families are still facing out there. We can talk about inflation falling, but prices are still rising. The Chancellor says he's going to halve inflation to what? 5%? Well, 5% increase on prices is still a huge increase on last year when many families don't have 5% to spare. I want to know how you're coping today. Give me a call. Let me know how you're feeling about the months ahead. Let me know how you've been feeling the past few months. What's been really difficult for you in terms of this cost of living crisis? And how do you feel when the Chancellor sits there and says the plan's working? Do you feel like you're getting enough understanding from the government, or do you think they could be doing far more to help you? We know they're not going to be helping with energy bills to the same extent this winter, for example. Although thankfully the cap's come down, but that just means that they're going to end up roughly where they were before because we're not going to have that government help from that scheme. 0345 6060 973. Let me know how you're coping amid this cost of living crisis. Let's talk to Rob, who's in Maidstone in Kent. Hi, Rob.
Hi, Paul. Well, this is only working from the Chancellor's perspective if he agrees with Liz Truss that we don't need to redistribute any of the wealth in the country. Because if you look at what's happened in the last financial year, the Gini coefficient increased by 1.3%, which is the wealth gap. The top quarter of the population had an increase of 3.4% in their wealth, and the bottom quarter had a reduction of 3.4% of the wealth.
Mm-hmm.
So then we say, so he goes, well, we're getting inflation under control, but the National Union of Farmers is warning that pre-Christmas we're going to start having food shortages, which will push prices up. Underlying inflation for food is still increasing.
Yeah.
So people like me at the bottom end, because I've been on benefits for a while because of health problems.
Yeah.
I went shopping yesterday to make it really, and I got 3 bags of shopping. And even with the discounts I had from vouchers and things, it still cost me £80. A year ago, that would have given me food for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So and this is the problem when we talk about GDP. It sounds wonderful, but we all know that
the reality,
the energy companies are taking huge profits, and that's moving money up the income scale.
Yeah, and we don't measure our own wealth, do we, in GDP? When we're thinking about our own ability to pay our bills, we're not looking at the GDP figure, we're thinking about our own bank balances and what we've got left at the end of the month.
Yeah, and the political problem is, those at the very top will hang on to what they've got, those at the very bottom don't have any political power, and the ones in the centre are the ones who are feeling so stretched. All they're really worried about now is making sure that they can keep the roof over their head, the lights on, and the heating on for the winter.
What are some of the things that you're doing, Rob, to economise? Have you had to make major sacrifices?
I managed to bring my energy usage down by a third last year.
Wow.
But I'm still paying-
What were you
I'm
doing?
still-
How did you do it?
Didn't turn on my heating, swapped from using an oven to an air fryer, got a slow cooker. But even though I did that, I'm still paying 4 times as much in a standing order for my energy.
Yeah. And any sign of your bills going down this winter? Because in theory they are going to come down.
Yes, but they're not, are they really? Let's be frank, they're not, because we're still going to have 5 or 6% of at the top rate of the top line inflation figure. The core inflation is about 3% higher than that. And if food inflation is staying in double digits, that's the thing that I really can't do anything about.
All right, Rob, thank you so much for your call this morning. So Rob says that he's struggling with his energy bills.
Right, guys. The world is a dire place to be in at the moment. See you later.